The Golden State Warriors are still riding the coattails of their dynasty days, with Steph Curry draining threes like he's allergic to missing and Draymond Green probably yelling at a referee somewhere.
No matter what circumstance I'm in, you always got to stay ready. Because there's the moment, chances sometimes you don't get back. So, you always got to stay ready. But I feel like I've been ready. And, I hate the fact that everybody got to tell me every other time, be ready, Because in my mental, my mindset, I already know that I'm ready. The more you keep telling me, get ready, it's kind of irritating, but I'm always ready.
What do you do to stay ready?
What do I do?
Yeah, what did you do to stay ready?
I work out every day. I play with some of the guys here every other day, and just try to have a good spirit every single day. The more my spirit is where I want, that's how I stay ready.
Was it tough to get the DMPs to be told you weren't going to play?
I mean, it is tough, any player is going to be tough, but, what am I doing about it? At the end of the day, what you want to do about it? You just got to, like I said, you just got to stay ready. You got to stay, whenever your moment happens, it's going to happen. But for me, it was kind of, it's just looking at it, it's kind of like tough. But it's really nothing I can do about it, I can't complain about it. I can't do nothing about it, If I don't play, it's coach's decision.
Do you understand why?
I try not to think about it. I just try to stay ready. I try not to really even think about why I'm not playing or why I'm playing. So I try not to even think why I'm not playing. Because the more I think about that, the more it's not going to sit right in my head. So I just block all that noise and just stay focused on whenever I get my chance.
Did you feel any rust at all today?
I've been playing. It's humid over here. We play in this arena when there's no AC every other day. So, that just keeps me in shape with the rest of the guys. So.
But in the shadows of this glittering empire sits Jonathan Kuminga, a 22-year-old forward with the athleticism of a panther and the patience of a saint, who's been told one too many times to stay ready, while Steve Kerr plays chess with the roster like he's Garry Kasparov in a tracksuit. In this press conference, Kuminga's not just answering questions, he's venting, pouring out his frustration like a kid who's been promised ice cream but keeps getting handed broccoli. He's ready, he's been ready, he's so ready it's practically his middle name, but the minutes, the court time, the chance to shine, those are as elusive as affordable health care in this country. Kuminga's monologue is a masterclass in restrained rage, the kind of quiet storm that brews when you're stuck in a system that demands your loyalty but doesn't always reward it. He's talking about working out every day, keeping his spirit high, staying in shape, all while the coaching staff dangles the promise of playing time like it's a carrot on a stick. And in me is screaming, because this isn't just about basketball. It's about the American dream, that shiny, seductive lie that tells you if you work hard, stay ready, and keep your head down, you'll get your shot. Spoiler alert, sometimes the shot never comes, and you're left holding a Gatorade bottle on the sidelines, wondering why you didn't go to business school instead. This press conference is a microcosm of everything broken in 2025. A young black man, bursting with talent, trapped in a system that tells him to wait his turn while the clock ticks and the world moves on. Kuminga's not just frustrated with Steve Kerr, he's frustrated with a world that expects him to be grateful for scraps while others feast. And in me, I'm cackling because this is what happens when you combine the NBA's cutthroat meritocracy with the soul-crushing optimism of just keep working. It's a recipe for existential dread, served with a side of jump shots. Let's zoom in on the heart of Kuminga's rant, the relentless, infuriating refrain of "stay ready." He's been told it so many times it's practically tattooed on his soul, a mantra that's supposed to inspire but instead feels like a taunt. Be ready, Jonathan. Stay ready, Jonathan. Get ready, Jonathan. It's like a broken record, or worse, a motivational poster in a corporate break room, right next to the one that says, "Hang in there," with a cat dangling from a branch. Kuminga's out here like, "I am ready. I've been ready since I was doing suicides in high school. What more do you want from me?" But in me is losing it, because this is the ultimate gaslighting, telling someone their big break is just around the corner, as long as they keep running in place. This stay ready nonsense is the NBA's version of the American bootstraps myth, the idea that if you just grind hard enough, the universe will reward you with a starring role. But Kuminga's press conference is a reminder that the universe doesn't always keep its promises. He's working out every day, playing pickup games with teammates, keeping his spirit high, basically doing everything short of sacrificing a goat to the basketball gods, and still, he's warming the bench while Steve Kerr plays lineup roulette. It's like being cast as an extra in your own life, forced to watch the main characters hog the spotlight while you're stuck in the background, holding a prop coffee cup. And let's talk about Steve Kerr for a second, because the man's a coaching legend, but he's also the architect of Kuminga's personal purgatory. Kerr's out here making decisions like he's solving a Rubik's Cube in the dark, benching a player who could probably dunk from the free throw line while the Warriors' offense occasionally looks like a middle school scrimmage. The boy in me is screaming because this is what power looks like. One man with a clipboard deciding who gets to shine and who gets to sit, while the rest of us are supposed to nod along and call it strategy. Kuminga's frustration isn't just about minutes. It's about agency, about being seen, about having your talent recognized in a system that often feels rigged against you. Now let's get to the liberal heart of this, because Kuminga's press conference isn't just a sports story. It's a parable about systemic inequality dressed up in a Warriors jersey. As a young black man in the NBA, Kuminga's navigating a world where talent isn't always enough, where the gatekeepers, coaches, executives, the ghost of David Stern, hold all the cards. He's out here doing everything right, staying in shape, keeping a positive attitude, avoiding the kind of off-court drama that trends on X, but the system. It's telling him to wait, to be patient, to stay ready while others get the spotlight. Because this is the story of so many young people of color in America. Work twice as hard, wait twice as long, and still get told your time hasn't come. The NBA, for all its progressive posturing, rainbow jerseys in June, Black Lives Matter on the court, is still a business, a machine that chews up young talent and spits out profits. Kuminga's frustration is a reminder that even in a league that celebrates black excellence, the power dynamics are often stacked against the players. Coaches like Kerr, with their championship rings and Zen philosophies, get to call the shots, while players like Kuminga are expected to smile and nod, even as their prime years tick away. It's a microcosm of capitalism itself. A system that dangles opportunity in front of you but reserves the right to pull it back at any moment. And let's not kid ourselves, this isn't just about basketball. Kuminga's press conference is a cry for recognition in a world that often tells young people, especially young black men, to know their place. Because it's so absurdly unfair. A kid with world-class talent, stuck on the bench because of strategy or team needs or whatever buzzword Kerr's scribbling on his whiteboard. It's like telling Einstein to keep solving equations in his garage because the lab's already full. Kuminga's not just fighting for minutes. He's fighting for his voice, his agency, his right to be more than a footnote in someone else's dynasty. Here's where Kuminga's rant gets real, and I mean real, the kind of raw honesty that makes you want to hug him and also scream at the universe. He talks about trying not to think about why he's not playing, because the more he dwells on it, the more it messes with his head. The more I think about that, the more I'm just not going to see right in my head. Oh, honey, I felt that in my soul. This is a young man trying to protect his mental health in a system that demands he stay perpetually ready while offering no guarantees. It's like being stuck in a group project where everyone else is presenting and you're just holding the poster board, wondering if you'll ever get to speak. Because this is the human cost of systemic unfairness. Kuminga's not just a basketball player, he's a person, grappling with the kind of existential frustration that comes from being told to wait your turn in a world that moves at light speed. He's trying to stay focused, to keep his spirit high, to not let the bench become a prison for his mind. And that's a lesson for all of us in 2025, when the world feels like a pressure cooker and the algorithms always telling us to hustle harder. Kuminga's out here teaching us the power of not overthinking, of letting go of the why to protect your sanity. It's a survival tactic, and it's heartbreakingly relatable.